Let's move on to number 16. It says use the range rule of thumb to identify a range of values containing the usual number of girls in 10 births. Based on the result, is one girl in 10 births an unusually low number of girls? And we're to explain. So what you'll notice with this is that they're asking us to use a range rule of thumb. We actually have two ways to identify unusual events. The first is the range rule of thumb, and the range rule of thumb, remember, is where we take the mean minus 2 standard deviations. Since we're working with the population, I want to use population parameters here rather than the sample statistics. Okay, so if we're working with the range rule of thumb, this is the way we determine what is unusual. Anything outside the range, where this is the minimum value and this one is the maximum value. So anything outside of that range is considered to be unusual. So what we need for this particular problem is we've got to figure out the mean and the standard deviation. And again, I'm going to the calculator so we can do this quickly. So we're going to Stat and Edit, and I'm just going to clear column 2. Alright, column 1, I need 0 through 10. So I've already got part of those. I'm just going to come down. Got 6. Okay, so I need 7. Oops. That one's a 0. Okay. That one is 0. Alright, so I'm just going to come down again. Alright, I want a 7, I want an 8, I want a 9, and I want a 10. Okay, so again, I need to put in the associated probability, so I have 0.001, 0.010, 0.01, that's the way it'll show up, 0.044, 0.117, 0.205, 0.246, 0.205, 0.117, 0.044, 0.01, and 0.001. Okay, so I have my table. So I'm going to Stat and Calc. I want one variable statistics. I'm going to do L1, comma, L2, telling the calculator to use the first two columns. Okay, so what's my mean? My mean of this particular distribution is 5. And my standard deviation is 1.58, so we round that to 1.6. So we need to find our maximum and our minimum. Let's do minimum first. 5 minus 2 times 1.6. 5 minus 2 times 1.6 gives us 1.8 for our minimum, and our maximum is, well, we're going to add 1.6. So 5 plus 2 times 1.6 is 8.2. So it looks like between 2 and 8 girls would be the usual values. It would be, and that includes the 2, from 2 to 8. Unusual values would be 0, 1, 9, or 10. So let's see what the question asks. Is 1 girl in 10 births an unusually low number of girls? Yes. 1 is less than the minimum usual value. Of 1.8. Now notice that we have different ways to come up with our usual and our unusual values. And we talk about with probabilities, we talk about using the 0.05 as our, and so I'm going to do 17. Originally I kind of thought about doing 18, but I think I'll do 17 since it goes with. Alright, it says in A, find the probability of getting exactly 8 girls in, okay, no, 18 is the one I want. 18 goes with 16. Alright, find the probability of getting exactly 1 girl in 10 births. So all we do is read the number from the table. We go across from the 1, we get 0.010. So 0.01. Alright. Find the probability of getting 1 or fewer. X is less than or equal to 1. 1 or fewer would be either 0 or 1. So we have 0.001 plus 0.01, which gives us 0.011. Okay, which probability is relevant for determining whether 1 is an unusually low number of girls in 10 births? The question from part A or from part B? And actually it's part B. We want to look at the probability of getting 1 or fewer out of the 10 births. So actually we want to look at, and part D asks, is 1 an unusually low number of girls in 10 births? Why or why not? And the answer is yes. We look at this number. Yes, because 0.011 is less than our measuring stick, which is the 0.05. So that would be our answer to number 18.